there are brand new pictures of the funeral for the dad of Roman Reigns, as Roman was seen carrying his dad's coffin to his dad's grave. We'll show you the latest pictures and videos of this sad event in today's video, plus a disturbing new update on Paul Heyman. One person missing from the funeral for Roman's dad was The Rock. The Rock never sent out condolences via social media to Roman and his family about his dad's passing. And also, The Rock did not attend the funeral. And while Roman was burying his father, the Money in the Bank pay-per-view was taking place. And now there is major fallout from Money in the Bank involving the Bloodline. Even though Solo Sikoa pinned Cody Rhodes and the Bloodline won the match, it was not without major mistakes being made by the Bloodline. First, look at this. Tanga Loa went to low blow Kevin and he missed him. It looked very awkward, and then he had to low blow Kevin again. Tanga Loa made a huge botch. He punched his Bloodline team member, Tama Tonga, in the head. And this is making rounds on social media. It's gone viral, and people are laughing at the Bloodline. And Tanga Loa was injured during the match when his head slammed against the announcer's desk. Some say he probably had a concussion, and that is why he botched the low blow. He was out of it. In fact, Cody Rhodes broke character and showed compassion towards Tanga Loa when he saw his head hit against the desk. Cody checked on him, and Cody Rhodes slipped back into character after this compassionate moment. But one person who was not present for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view was Roman Reigns. This is because he had to deal with burying his father and place him in his final resting place. We have pictures and videos of Roman carrying the casket and the grave of Sika. And we also have a sad update about Paul Heyman. Let's get into this right now. This is what mourners saw at the funeral for Roman's dad. In loving memory, Sika Anoa'i, April 5th, 1945 to June 25th, 2024. Please join us in a celebration of life on Saturday, July 6th, 2024. And we'll have all of the latest pictures and videos from the funeral in just a moment. So now that Roman Reigns has laid his father to rest, what are the plans for Roman Reigns and WWE going forward? Right now, Roman's return is scheduled for SummerSlam. Cody Rhodes will face Solo Sikoa with the title on the line. So Sikoa is scheduled to lose that match. But after he loses, Roman Reigns will return and confront Solo. And that will mark the beginning of Bloodline versus Bloodline, as it will be Roman's Bloodline versus Solo's Bloodline. It's rumored that Roman will begin adding new members to his bloodline. There could be some past members returning, such as Jimmy Uso, and some other Anoa'i family members who will also join. So Roman will not be wrestling for a championship for the time being. Instead, he will be busy with the feud with Solo, and it will be a non-title feud, as neither of them will have a title. And Roman is not scheduled to fight for a title until maybe next year, 2025. He might be involved in a triple threat between Cody, The Rock, and himself, at WrestleMania 41 or at a pay-per-view sometime after that. And it's possible with John Cena retiring in 2025, Roman will have one last match with John Cena. Obviously, John Cena and Roman had two different feuds. The first one was when Roman was a babyface, and then when Roman was a heel and the leader of the Bloodline. Roman won both of those feuds. But before Roman can return to WWE, he had to do what no son ever wants to do, and that is lay their father to rest. So now let's get to these brand new pictures and videos from the funeral for Roman Reigns' dad. Here we see what it looked like inside of the funeral home. A memorial set up for Roman's father, Sika. We see flowers sent by mourners and family photographs of Sika with his sons, Roman, the late Rosie, and his daughters. They held the funeral inside of the funeral home, and then they began moving the coffin with Sika inside of it out of the funeral home and towards the final resting place of Sika, as he was buried in the Anoa'i family gravesite. Here we see members of Sika's family, including Roman Reigns, carrying the coffin. A very, very sad sight. But Roman did his best to remain strong, to honor his father, and to lay him to rest. As Roman and his family members carried Sika in the coffin, they finally made it to Sika's final resting place, his grave. Family members were seen crying in this very emotional moment as they all said their final goodbyes. The top of the coffin was covered in flowers, and then the coffin was lowered into the grave as Roman said goodbye forever to his father, Sika. Also there was Roman's close friend, his best friend in WWE, Paul Heyman. Heyman was present at the funeral, doing well after being powerbombed through the commentator's desk by Solo's Bloodline, but it looks like he is now doing physically well. Obviously, being at the funeral with Roman was very difficult mentally. It'll take some time for Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman to get over this tragic loss. With Roman Reigns rumored to be returning at SummerSlam, do you think Paul Heyman will return with him? Leave a comment and give me your opinion.